welcome to page 5 of Diary of a Mad Black Scholar. This is your host, Ruby, speaking. My pronouns are she, they.
This is your co-host, Shiasia Beasley, speaking. My pronouns are they, them.
Y'all, I sound like I've been going through it because I have been going through it. I'm sorry in advance.
Because I already that you were letting out today, bro.
Bro, I already know that. Child. Anyways.
Size in noir.
Child. I'm going through it. But today we're going to introduce a new segment. I do have a few segments in the works right now. But for now, we're going to introduce one to add some structure because I know y'all be lost sometimes. So this segment is called What Had Happened Was. And it's just a segment where we talk about the low-key racist stuff that happened to us. Because, see, what happens is we record the podcast and then the next day something happens to us. Yeah. And we're like, dang, we need to say this in the podcast. And it happens like clockwork. Every time. Like, every time we record the podcast, literally the next day or like 2 days later, some like mess happens and we're like, bruh.
No, what if his podcast is just manifesting the messed up stuff that's happening?
Content.
It feels
y'all get content. I'm dead. All right, so I got one. Y'all, okay. To preface, because I don't even know how to feel about it still. Like, I still don't know how to feel about it.
Oh, I feel salty about it, but you can figure it out. I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Okay, so I'm taking a humanities class, and I'm taking it's like the 324 one. So y'all know professors are kind of just like, do this assignment and then come in and I'm gonna lecture. That's it. So this assignment, my professor is like trying to be like in with the times, you know? And so every Friday the humanities department has like a lecture, and then on Monday by 9 a.m. we have to have turned in a 140 character tweet. Like at most that, yeah. So it's just like a tweet. You know, trying to be in with the times. And see, it sounds cute, you know, like it sounds cute.
Until you realize it's still a tweet. It's
no,
Twitter.
Well, yeah, because the thing about it though was that it would be cute if people weren't ignorant.
Yeah.
Because this is it's like modern world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's modern world, which means that we're like creeping into talking about slavery more in depth and like other like colonization and stuff like that in depth. And I think people are forgetting that people are Caucasian. And that, you know, like there could be some emotions not expressed in 140 characters.
Yeah.
So anyways, just to preface. So this particular lecture like touched on the slave ships, you know? Slave ships. Okay. So that we've all seen a picture of a slave ship here and there, you know, in our time. And let me just read y'all this tweet. Okay. So this dude said,
yo.
Okay, so like the professor talked about like the whole layout and like how people were in there, like packed in there, whatever. Like we've all seen the pictures. Cool.
Yeah.
So this dude said, the slave ships were definitely a 1-star service. I would totally go for a better quality boat to stay. Maybe a deluxe ship with air conditioning. # better boat. # cramped. # help. Now, y'all.
No.
Okay, no. So, you know, I procrastinate, which means that I don't do the assignment until the day it's due. It's due at 9 a.m., which means that I got 9 hours once that clock hit 12 to do that assignment. I get up at 6 to go to work. So I'm at work doing my little assignment or whatever, and I'm going through the forum posts, you know, trying to get an idea of like what everybody is talking about. And I come across that. Now, y'all, I never took a picture of a computer screen so quick in my life. Like, bruh, I was quick to put that in the group chat. I was like, hey, y'all, look at this. Because I needed the reassurance. Like, when I read it, I was like, there is no way. I was like, I must be taking this the wrong way. And then I sent it in the group chat, and my friends were like, Nah, bruh, that's not it. That's not it. So that's how my week started. That was on a Monday. Today is Wednesday.
Yeah. And it's been on your mind rent free.
Bruh.
No,
and
I get it, bro.
No, it was like, and it killed me because I was like, I'm not going to class today. Like, I knew in that moment, I'm not going to class today. I was like, it's not worth it. I was like, no. So yeah, that happened to me. That was my my racist encounter of the week.
Was he trying to?
Because I feel like he's just out of touch, which is like fine, but like also, how? Because like there was a picture of like the layout of the slave ships, so you see that people, actual living people, were put in, like, packed into these ships like this, and you still said that? No compassion.
It's very much, why are you trying to give a review as a black individual in that terrible situation? Like, you can tell just by reading it that because like, what else is that, you know?
I could just, like, I was sitting there like, I don't know, that really showed me the lack of connection that white people have to slavery. You know, like when we talk about slavery, we can't, like, we're like it's like emotional.
Mm-hmm.
White people, it's just like, oh, this happened.
Yo, just to add on to that, but this isn't my thing. We have the same class essentially. You know that map that showed the slave ships going from Professor played it in class. Everyone else was like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Why did some boats go back? Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't watch the amount of those dots crossing that screen without tearing up. I was like considering leaving. I was like, there's no way I can just sit here and be like, oh wow, it's that much. No, it's like, wow, that's why we the fucking majority around here.
Bro.
I'm sorry. I got emotional. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cut that a little.
No, because
they were like back to back. They were like, this is limitless. We can do whatever we want. And I don't think that since it was put on like a flat piece of paper, there just wasn't any humanity in it. It was just like a little statistical little thingy or whatever the freak.
Yeah, people don't have a connection to it.
It's very much, it was a terrible thing to watch.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, people like, white people talking about slavery kills me, bro. Like, and it's like on two different ends of the spectrum. It's either like they don't want to talk about it because it's like, oh, it was so bad, or they just like have no emotional connection to it whatsoever. They're like, oh, this happened and that's it. And it's like, bruh,
it's giving sheeple for me, because
it really is.
You know, people who are like, they stan America or American history. Ugh, that's what it's giving. I need y'all to be a little more critical,
bruh. And I just like think with your head, you know.
With your head.
With your head, please.
And I'm just upset that the way that he wrote it.
I would go for a better quality boat.
Like, it was supposed to be comedy.
No. Look, what got me was this particular line. I was like, I know he did not. I would totally go for a better quality boat to stay. To do what? Huh? I feel like we need to dig deeper. Like, I don't even want the 140 characters anymore. Talk to me.
I want answers, but at the same time, I feel like I won't get closure.
No, like, I don't understand. Like, something's not clicking.
It was very much, they weren't staying on the ships. They didn't want to be on the ships.
Right.
And then, you know, after they got off, it wasn't a great adventure, you know. It wasn't a vacation.
Okay, look. A better quality boat to stay. To stay.
Yo.
To stay. You know? A better 1-star service. Service? Was it a service to who? To who?
That part!
To who? Who was it a service to? Child, anyways.
I'm just exasperated.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's my what happened was for today.
I guess
stay tuned for next time.
Mine is essentially, I was just in a class where we did like a critique of groups, assignments, or whatever. And, you know, professor's talking to everybody, engaging everybody, and that's fine. Like, everyone in the room is essentially white. It's just me and then this other person of color, which I assume. Uh, but they kept on talking, dude. They just kept talking, and it, you know, I just felt like it was supposed to be a collaborative kind of thing, you know, everyone should get a chance to speak, but it was very much, if you didn't yell, you wouldn't be able to be heard, and I didn't feel like in the environment I was in, I needed to yell. It felt very much like you guys, one, they were talking over me when I tried to talk, because like I'm not gonna sit here and be like blah 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 blah. No, this is we're having discourse, we're supposed to sit here and talk to each other, look each other in the faces, but they all just wanted to get out what they wanted. And
that's like, bruh, that's a whole other thing, because white folk love to do that.
Because the thing about it is, like, I love the enthusiasm. I can respect it, you know, creativity. As an artist, I get that. You're excited. I was excited to do the project, too. But there comes, like, this moment where, like, you gotta chill. Like, I'm actually not gonna specify a person, but they're very intense, is all I'll say. And it's very hard to get anything in. I felt very much forgotten. The professor didn't even try to, like, you know, open up the floor for anyone who hadn't spoke yet. It was very much like, okay, I guess this person's choosing not to do anything. But I could have sworn she looked at me when I was talking, watched as I was talked over, and then proceeded to just look to the... God. Like, I don't know if she did it on purpose.
No, but I feel like it's, like, just a lack of, like, understanding,
I think it's also the values, different values or something. I don't know.
I feel like, well, that's just, professors have, like, a responsibility when they, like, have discussions like that to pay attention to what's going on, because there are obvious power dynamics in place. Yeah. No matter what. And I don't, like, it's probably not as important for a professor in, like, what class was it?
It was a new media class.
Yeah, so, like, new media probably isn't, like, it's probably not as an important thing to be pushed about, like, sexism and racism and stuff like that, because of, like, because it's a creative field or whatever, rather than it being so prominent in STEM. Like, it's very prominent in STEM for, like, white men to talk over people. Yeah. And so it's like they put a lot of emphasis on making sure that, like, stuff can be facilitated properly. Yeah. And I feel like that's probably just not, like, it's probably not on her radar. Because, like, it hasn't been, like, important to her, and she doesn't, like, care to, like, actually pay attention.
I mean, I won't say that so bluntly. I don't know.
She didn't care. I don't care.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say she didn't care.
I don't know any of them people in there like that, but I'm just saying what I felt.
Bruh, I promise you, if it was Professor O'Brien, and you know it too, if it was Professor O'Brien, and we were supposed to have a discussion, and she looked me dead in my face when I was trying to say something, and then watched me get interrupted, she'd be like, "Hey y'all, what are we talking about? Make sure that everybody can speak." Yeah. And you know she would.
I remember that.
Because she rides. Yeah. She rides for everybody.
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. You know, I didn't realize it, but a lot of professors aren't actually, like, professors. They're,
we only have, like, you know. I think it's, like, I forget the percentage.
I was told that I believe there's only one professor in the new media department.
Yeah, I think we only have one in the mass comm department.
I didn't realize that it was just regular people.
Yeah. It takes you a while to, like,
to be able to be a lecturer?
To get professor status. Oh. So, like, you get there and you could be, there's, like, professor, which is, like, you have to be there for a long amount of time for you to be there. There's, like, senior lecturer, adjunct, associate. That's professor, tough. Like, stuff like that. And so it takes you a while for you to, like, get up there to professor.
Yeah. I don't know what her freaking history is like. I don't know how long she's been doing this, but it feels very much like that situation could have been handled a bit better.
Well, I feel like that also goes to show just how, y'all, and I gotta say something else about this school after this, because I just remembered about the mural I was telling you about. Anyways, this school loves to push the fact that they're all about diversity trainings and diversity intensives and whatever, and like equity and this, that, and the third. But every single time they do something for equity or like and stuff like that, it always falls like short. It always does. Like every time we have something like that, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's because of just how unbelievably white the administration is. Like at some point you have to be like, why don't we get people who've actually experienced this stuff to come and make a change? You know,
I get that. And the thing about it is, at some point, I get it. You know, you're running a business. This is a business. You have to set that aside, because I don't care if we're, you know, adults, blah, blah, blah. You can't hold our hands. This is still like a developmental thing. Like, you're like still forming worldviews for people. And this right here ain't cutting it. So take time or money, you know, out of the budget, you know, take some time out of your schedule and just be like, we have to do this. It's just a thing that needs to be done, rather than like, oh, but the budget or this. I need y'all to be more into that, because I need to see more Black people dealing with this, and there are plenty of Black people who want to be in that. And listen, heck, I'm not going to say I would do it, but I'm sure that there's someone out there who doesn't have the skills for it. If you just take time and just show them, you know, help them out a little bit, they will willingly do it.
Yeah, my thing about it is, because I don't know for certain if faculty have to get those, like, diversity trainings. Like, you know, like the avoid a lawsuit trainings, you know? I don't know.
I think I walked in on one of those. I work in the HR office, which is fine. I'm fine.
I'm dead.
No, I walked past and they were like having a really nice, productive talk, and I was like, okay, that's nice.
I don't know for sure if all faculty does that or not. That's why I'm saying, like, that the fact that professor let that happen is a problem, because if they do, like, if that's actually a requirement, then.
And, like, if you instill it, because like you said, this is a whole inclusion, blah blah blah, you know, equity.
Well, I feel like just having faculty come and sit down and, like, talk at them about this stuff and force them to do it because they have to do it, and then they leave and that's it. There's no follow up on it. What is that doing? Because at the end of the day, she failed. Period.
Yeah. That
part. And because the only reason why I'm saying that is because y'all, I work on campus. I'm not gonna say where.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said where either, but who knows? You know, things might change.
Yeah. But I work on campus, and we had to go. I'm about to get mad. We had to go through these, like, diversity, like, it was like equity trainings. You know what I'm talking about? Them trainings where it's like, don't be racist, and, like, obviously, like, the Black folk don't really need to be there, but we're there anyway. Anyways, but we were there, and, like, the trainings, I don't know, like, it seemed everyone was scared to say something. There's only like a few Black people, like, even in, like, my department. And so, like, everybody kind of felt scared to say something. And, like, what also struck me was I didn't take anything from that training at all, and I'm not even, like, scared to say it, because how are you going to sit there and have all white professional staff teach student employees about white privilege? Because I know for a fact some people of color applied for those jobs.
And also, let's not forget, with the way our campus is, if they go to this school, it's more than likely those college student workers you have are gonna check your privilege on occasion. It depends. It depends on what kind of student, though. I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna give them all that credit.
Internally, I'm sure someone's got to be like, something about this don't seem too right.
No.
I don't know.
I don't have faith in any of y'all, period.
I'm so that's sorry. Okay.
No.
You know?
Because I feel like I came here and I was like, ooh, so liberal. Living and learning community. And then I was it was very quick that I learned white people are still white people no matter what their political affiliations are.
Okay.
Period.
All right.
Like, I'm sorry.
I mean,
and I feel like that's like also just been like evident within like the last couple years.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words, and
yeah, like I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any change.
I mean,
and it's like the more I want to have faith, then I see something like that Moodle post, and then it's like, no, or like I have a conversation and I'm like,
that's rough.
I don't know about this, but yeah. Child, well, now that we talked about your what happened with you trying to talk in your group, I got extra radical. I'm so sorry, y'all. I just realized, I was like, ooh, sorry, y'all.
Spicy.
Sorry. But, I said what I said.
Stop.
Do better.
Move on.
Do better. Just do better. I feel like if y'all want me to have faith in y'all, I need y'all to do better. Period. And
that's valid.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna talk about the mural because I'm trying to get somebody on here, and they could talk about the mural.
Heck yeah. You gotta hear it from the source.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it. If it don't happen within like the next month, then I failed. I don't mention it. Okay, cool. That's it. It is what it is. I didn't do it. Period. Okay.
You did your best.
I never said this. Okay, y'all don't hear from me. Anyways, but today's topic is about microaggressions. Woo! Yay. Okay, so what is a microaggression? And I feel like y'all have heard these words, because if you go to UNCA Asheville, you have heard what a microaggression is, and if you haven't, pay attention in class. But
it's more if you go to one of the events, you'll probably hear. I don't really hear the word microaggression in class.
But like,
unless the student brings it up.
Yeah, talk to the student body. You're not talking to people, or like you're in your own little bubble. Don't do that.
Yeah,
branch out, please. Yo, hold on. But before I get into it, y'all, I just had the craziest memory, bruh. Tell me why. This was last semester. It was spring. Yeah, spring 2021. I was in Brown. This dude had a full-on "Make America Great Again" hat on.
Yo.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't even a MAGA hat. It was just a Trump 2020. 2020. A Trump 2020 hat.
That's giving me flashbacks.
Bruh, and I was in Brown, and everybody was talking to him like, yeah, woo, like, hey, whatever. Like,
I hope that they were just, it was ironic they were roasting him.
No, they were talking to him like they were buddies, and I was sitting there like, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there.
On the topic of that hat, he decided to come up with that stupid red hat right when I was going through my aesthetic phase, and I wanted to be like, oh, I want to wear like binary color hats. No. I can't wear a freaking red hat now.
No.
I refuse to.
No.
He ruined it.
Red hats, I'm traumatized. PTSD. If
I see those stupid hats where it's just like, haha, you thought I was MAGA, huh? That's dumb.
Not cute. It's not cute. It's not, like, it's not. It's, please.
Please, but, you're embarrassing yourself.
Bruh, but, that mess right there kills me. And people, and this is a whole other thing, because I had seen something on the UNCA Anon page. By the way, y'all are doing God's work.
That is great.
Yes, I was y'all are doing God's work. Keep it going. Keep it going.
It's great.
Period. But, bruh. I was about to say something, but I can't because I work for the Blue Banner. But,
please,
bruh, I promise, you work for the Blue Banner, please.
You're gonna get lots of tea out here.
Bruh, I'm telling you, get some class credit. Whoever it is, I don't know who it is. You might already be on the Blue Banner. I don't know. You can just stay anonymous, honey.
We love to see that.
But them are some good tips now. Look, I'm just saying. But anyways,
microaggressions.
Please.
What are they?
No. I was gonna talk about. No, somebody had said in like one of those posts, they were like something about like. No matter what somebody's political affiliations are, like, you can still be cordial and, like, still be friends or something like that.
I tried that. Didn't work.
It doesn't work. Like, it's not. And I feel like y'all don't understand that when somebody what a Republican is now is not what it was like in like, first of all, I don't think, let me stop, because I never I was never like, ooh, Republican friends, like, ever. Like, to black people, like somebody who self-identifies as a Republican and does not like, or conservative, and does not actively speak out against the mess that happens now. Because a true Republican would be like, hey, yo, Ted Cruz not where it's at. Donald Trump not where it's at. Period. Like,
no, listen. I know those things are facts, but I know nothing about Republicans.
Oh no, like,
they're taboo to me, so I just stay away.
Well, people like, I don't know, like, that whole like political, like, anybody can have like a political affiliation, and this is like a lot with white people, and like in their white friend groups, they have friends who support Trump, or like have friends who like are conservative and like support these ideals and stuff, and it's like, it's just like, obviously you don't care because it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me that you have a friend who was a Trump supporter, me and you are no longer friends because you don't care about my safety.
Yeah.
Period.
Literally, I tried to look past that with one of my friends in like high school. It was my senior year, so like it didn't really matter. He was doing him. He was really cool, fun to talk to, but then I found out that he was rocking with Trump.
Yeah, it makes you question a lot of things.
No, at first I was like, I hate that, but I'm gonna try to look past it. But then, as you know, because I'm very slow to understanding. I mean the slowest, but it's okay, I guess. I slowly started to realize, like, you don't see a lot of people as human.
Yeah.
You don't care for people if you accept these, or you're just selfish.
Yeah.
You're all in yourself, which would be okay in a different type of world, but not this one.
Yeah.
So I quickly unfriended him. I didn't feel a need to block because I'm never gonna see him again.
Please.
But you know, it just wasn't great.
Yeah, like that. I don't know, like that. I need y'all to like really think about it. Like, why do you keep these people around that don't see like marginalized groups of people as like deserving of rights? Because that's truly what it is. Like, are you like, I need you, like, if you have a friend who is like, Trump wasn't so bad, or Trump was good for the economy, I need you to stop and think for a second.
I'm not gonna add on to that. I can't, because it's gonna make me go on a tangent. But
I need you to think about why you keep that person in your life, because, and honestly, if you can be like, that's some internalized racism, go be racist by yourself. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, cool, whatever.
You mean like a self-aware?
Yeah. Look, me and my dad would have this conversation. One good thing Trump did was expose the racist. So now I know who not to mess with.
Okay.
Period.
I like that.
The one good thing that man did. Yeah. Okay? Because as soon as, I knew in high school, I knew. I was like, okay. Okay. I peep it. Okay, cool.
It wasn't even that. When I first heard about him like running, I was just like, so we're gonna let a TV man run America?
Okay, but no. First of all, I knew Trump was gonna win because of Ronald Reagan. So I knew for a fact that he was gonna win. And I don't even know why I thought in my head, like, I was like, Hillary's gonna win. I was like, they ain't ready for no woman president.
I would just like to say, not for a second that I think Hillary was gonna win.
And see, no, because the thing about it was, bro, this kind of, we're gonna have to do like a whole other episode about like politics and like our experiences.
I'm gonna have to do days of research because I'm
gonna just know like my experience. Like, we can talk about our experiences, like, because we were in high school.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I just recently started to get into politics.
Oh, I'm not into politics. No,
I'm not trying to get heavy in it. I just want to be aware enough to, tell people why.
I know who the president is. I know who the vice president is. First of all, let me run it back for a second. Kamala can catch the hands. I don't ever try to tell me to support her, because me and you will argue and I will hurt your feelings. Don't talk to me. Sorry. Anyways.
Whoa.
I don't care.
Whoa.
I am my father's child.
Whoa.
Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me. Look.
To the people who, you can't see us. I am convulsing right now.
No, because let me tell you, this is a whole other thing about how I was talking to this girl, and she was like, ooh, Kamala Harris made history. I said, she's a cop. And she said, okay, but she's still talking about, it was Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, well, she still made history. What that got to do with what I just said?
Facts.
What does that have to do with what I just said? Okay, but no.
That's essentially like, okay.
Like that's like people being like, ooh, Obama. I don't care. And don't be surprised when I say that I don't mess with Obama either. Because what did he do for us? Ooh, T.
I'm not going to say anything ignorant. I'll just ask you about it later.
Please.
No, because I ask questions and like they're most likely problematic. And
Child, but yeah, don't look. Y'all expect me to support these Black folk because they're Democrats? Get out. Get out. Anyways.
You got to pick your battles.
Bruh, I'd be like, oh, we're not talking about this.
And then go on a whole tangent.
I'd be like, okay, that's it. Like, I remember, like, it was so funny because it was me and Azani.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl was like, she made history. And me and Azani were like, okay. And?
I'm sorry, but, okay, I'm good.
But then she tried to get buck with me a little bit. But she made history. Okay.
I think that's a weird thing, how people are very selective about what they consider as progress in some way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they understand that the fact that she was a cop is a cop.
Even though she wasn't like an actual cop, she was like, you know what I'm talking about?
Heck no.
Bruh, she was like a prosecutor or something.
Oh.
I'm lying. Oh my god, cut it out. Cut it out. Oh my god, hold on.
Yo, are you about to look it up? Do what you have to do.
No, she wasn't. She was a district attorney. That's what she was.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes we should be more careful about who we accept as the pushers of progress. I don't know. That's just me. Are you okay?
Yes. Okay. I was like, I know for a fact she was a district attorney, but yes, she was. Okay. She was a district attorney, and she had some questionable things that she did. But anyways, we don't support that. Anyways, like I was saying, look, the only police I will support are Olivia Benson on Law & Order SVU.
I want you to silence yourself.
Stabler. Okay.
Stop. No.
What?
I'm having flashbacks. My childhood, yeah.
Law & Order SVU hit different.
I don't want to be here for this.
The only time I'll ever be like, yeah, catch him. Look.
I don't want you to be a stand for this.
What? Yo, you don't like Law & Order SVU?
I'll watch it, but you already know.
Olivia Benson is a baddie.
I'm an anxious person. I can't. I'm gonna think somebody's gonna try to get me.
Bro, Olivia Benson like that. Built different. Look, that's a good show.
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna stick with my cartoons though.
Child, I mean, I like my little cartoons too. You ever sat down and watched Law & Order? Now? No. Law & Order SVU hit different. Yo.
I'd probably do what my mom does and just like turn it on to go to sleep too.
Yo, I be turning that mess on. It's the weekend, turn it on, and we gotta do homework. Me and my mom be sitting there like,
no.
Homework, trying to get these degrees.
No.
Look. Anyways. We gonna cut most of that out, because that was a lot. Anyways. We'll see. Maybe I'll get too lazy and not cut it out. Ciao, anyways. So we talking about microaggressions. Okay, so if you don't know what a microaggression is, it's a statement or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group, such as a racial or ethnic minority. I got this from Google, and Google gets their definitions from Oxford Languages. I clicked the link. It's crazy.
So proud.
Like, you know that little link that you like search it up and it has like I clicked it. Crazy. Look at me being responsible. Anyways,
I would have been like, oh, my girl Wiki.
Please. But a microaggression is
Bing.
Please. A microaggression is when somebody says something and it's like, that was racist. Like, that's like, it's like not, it's not directly racist. It's not like overtly racist. You know, it's like covert racism. My dad taught me that like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, but nah, it was like a whole thing. He was like, the word that y'all were looking for was covert and overt. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. Anyways, what?
I was trying to dig into the dictionary in the back of my head to get overt, because I ain't heard it for a while. Just disregard that.
Anyways,
anyway.
Y'all, I would like to say that Asia look like that cat. That white cat. You know what I'm talking about? That one picture, that white cat, and it's like standing, it's like sitting, and it got his hands, and it's like a taxidermy cat or something.
Don't shut up.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, anyways.
Rude is what you
Child,
are.
Anyways. So like a microaggression is like, can I touch your hair? I hate that one. That one is a microaggression.
You're very articulate.
Oh, like you're very well spoken. Ugh. Or not going out of like not pronouncing someone's name properly. Yeah. It's a microaggression. And not like, cuz it's not hard.
I need you to be on Jeopardy when you say my name.
Period. And also there are intentional and unintentional microaggressions. So like somebody could say something to you and not know that it's low-key racist. Mm-hmm. Or they can just do it to like get at you. And y'all be surprised about the amount of people that actually know what they're saying. Okay? Anyways. But just to get on that for a second, because I think it was an NPR article, and they were talking about how, well, they could be intentional or unintentional. If it's unintentional, something about like educating people and like you could still be mad about it, but whatever. I was like, it is not the victim's job to educate this person. You should know how to interact with people.
Yeah.
You should know how to, you know, talk to people and like talk to people with like compassion. That just anyways. It's a whole other thing about like if somebody tells you, hey yo, that was low key racist. Oh well, I didn't mean it like that. I don't care. Because you still said it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to put that out there. But yeah, microaggressions. You know, we deal with them. We deal with them a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's so funny, like the amount of times something happens to me, and I'm like, "Was that a microaggression?" I'll be like,
"Existence on a PWI is a microaggression."
Please, or bruh, or like when this happened like in high school. Like this didn't like this. I don't know if this happens now because I don't really be in class like that. Anyways, but when you're talking about slavery in class. And the professor making a lot of eye contact with you, or like people are looking at you, and they're like looking at you, and you're like, "Boo!"
Like, well, the black person's gonna say something.
Yeah, That's like, yeah.
Or like, are they gonna say something?
Yeah.
Like, just let me be, dude.
I feel like the main one is like, one that really gets me is being. And I don't know if this is exactly a microaggression. Yo, I don't know if y'all could hear this. We must live under the Jolly Green Giant. We must. Because these people are fee-fi-fo-fumming up there, okay?
They Irish dancing up there.
Look, they clogging, honey. I don't know what is going on. And they be moving at all hours of the night. I just want to let y'all know. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but they moving furniture up there, honey. That's what it sound like. And we've been here for 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
You should be settled by now. You should be settled by now.
Bruh.
Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I had to let y'all know because this mess gets on my nerves. I'm tired. Anyways, one that gets me is being mistaken for another black person on campus, or being mistaken for an athlete.
That's never happened to me, thank God.
I
think it's because I'm short.
It's happened to me twice. So somebody has asked me like, "Hey, do you run track?" No, I don't. First, sis, I am breathing heavy. I cannot get up this hill. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please. So like that would be killing me. That, and there's one time I was mistaken for Lola. We love Lola. Love her. Great.
Love Lola.
Yeah. If y'all know who Lola is, you're missing out. UNCA lost a good one. That's not on that. Anyways, yeah, because I'm upset about it. Anyways, I was mistaken for Lola on like my first day working, and like this lady was like, "Hey Lola." Now Lola, I think me and Lola both. No, I think Lola had braids. I didn't have braids. I had like passion twists. Mm-hmm. And you know when Lola, she gets like purple hair?
Yeah.
I get red hair. Like when I do mine. So she mistook me for Lola, and I'm like, "Sis, we don't even look alike." Like we got two different builds, like two different hair colors. Mm-hmm. I have glasses on.
Yeah.
I have an eyebrow piercing. How? And it was so bad because the lady was like, "Hey Lola," and I was like, "What?" And then she was like, "Oh, sorry."
That's rough.
And then the one of the ladies, like one of like the admin ladies that like works where I work at, was like, "I'm so sorry about that." And I was like, "Yeah, cause you knew that was wrong. Cause you knew that was wrong."
I feel like a lot of these situations happen more to you guys, and I think it's simply because of the realm I'm always in, but also because I just stay to myself. Then again, you stay. I stay to myself
too. I ain't got no friends.
Please, yeah. Not like this.
It still happens to me. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Oh, one microaggression that happened to me was when I was back home for a bit. Grocery shopping.
Oh.
Little white lady comes up to me in the frozen food area. I'm talking. I don't even have a lanyard on, or I'm not even wearing the colors.
She asked you.
Do you know where the freezer bags are?
Yo, that happens a lot, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, the amount of times black people get mistaken for a worker at a store is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I mean, before I even approach someone with a question, I look at their whole outfit. I look to see if, because even workers, they shop after a shift.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother them. Like, I pay attention to detail.
Like, I'm trying to see like if you still have your name tag on. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to see all of it.
Yeah, and very much I was in casual wear, and she asked me that. Now, I like helping old people. It's fine. Like, I
can't stand old people.
I'm okay with old people. So I was like, okay, fine. I was like,
oh, pause. Even old white people? They gonna mess around and call you a tree ornament or something. Then what?
A tree ornament.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
You need to chill.
That actually happened to somebody.
I'm not gonna lie, it took me 5 seconds
for you to understand.
Yeah,
yes, but they'll mess around and really call you that.
Okay, well,
oh, you're such a nice Negro.
No,
you're one of the good coloreds.
Shut up,
bruh.
Listen, I'm okay with old people, but at the same time, like, it's still one of those things where it's just like, you're gonna earn respect.
Yo, I barely even touch white people my dad's age.
Not like this.
Bruh. Nah. Okay, look. If you really think about it for a second.
I mean, I usually just avoid white people in general, but I mean.
I'm dead. Like, well, okay. Well, my dad grew up. Okay, pause. I'm only the second generation in my family since the Civil Rights Movement. Let that sink in for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're not that far removed.
Whoa.
Okay. So, my dad grew up seeing colored water fountains because even though the Civil Rights Movement happened, even though laws were passed, doesn't mean that everything else, like everything changed as fast.
I get that.
Yeah, so like I'm
I don't know much
us.
about
Our generation is truly like one of like the only generation that's experiencing like none of the mess. And even then, isn't there like a colored fountain on campus? Oh, tea.
Whoa.
Oh,
You're lying. Where? Oh, don't. I don't know if we should say it.
Child, I heard about it. I have to ask the person who saw it if it was like confirmed to be colored, like a color fountain or not. But it's in like a weird place and it looks run down. And the person supposedly was like, "What is that?" Asked the professor, and the professor was like, "Yeah, that's a colored fountain."
Yo, my ancestors are quaking.
Yo, yeah, but like, stuff like that.
Whoa.
But I don't really know for certain. But like, yeah.
I thought you were thinking like dog fountain.
No.
Cause I feel like they just changed all of them into dog fountains.
Stop.
No, cause they used to be like really close to the ground or something like that. Like I remember that.
They used to be like run down, bro.
Yeah.
And anyways.
Anywho, back to microaggressions.
Yeah, but just to put that out there that like we're not that far removed. Like we're not as far removed as like people think we are. And I think I was taking this class, this sitcom class, and London Newton, you're a real one, she's in my class, and she had brought up how like white people think of like the 60s different than how we think of the 60s.
They got to have fun during.
Well, no, like white people think of the 60s as so long ago.
Yeah,
and we don't think of the 60s as that long ago. Like we're like, I feel like I was probably like 16 or 17 when I had the realization like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. My grandparents were definitely alive and, moving.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, wait, my mom was born in 78. I'm like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
The math ain't mathin'.
Yeah, like I'm like, hold up. Like it wasn't that long ago.
How soon they forget.
Or like, like slavery wasn't that long ago. Cause if you drive like in Jacksonville, North Carolina, you could still see some slave houses and like stuff like that.
I like to think
like
that where I grew up at, there were a lot of houses like that. We actually went on a field trip to a plantation.
Please.
Nope, they had us in there. And it was, ugh. Anywho, what I was going to tack on to what you were saying is, I think it's so crazy how like how they made the pictures back in the day, like, black and white. So it felt like it was a long time ago. You can kind of see that in like our existence, low key, because it's like they made it so that our existence is only seen through a binary.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy. Like that just like clicked for me just now, like, because I promise, baby, there's very much more. There aren't two sides to the story. There are several sides to the story, and they need to be looked at thoroughly.
That part.
I think that the whole reason why microaggressions exist is simply because of, like you said, like there's still stuff hanging around, like, structures and stuff. Along with those structures, there's the intangible structures, which facilitate the continued nurturing of that culture.
Ciao.
It's yucky. It's gross.
Yo. Okay. For y'all to fully understand what I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all knew this or not. Samuel L. Jackson was expelled from Morehouse College, okay, in 1969.
It's not that far. It's not that
Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, that Mace Windu. Yes. Nobody knows who that is but me.
You freaking nerd.
Please, Samuel L. Jackson, the person that we still see today acting a fool. Snakes on a Plane. Samuel L. Jackson.
I want you to stop.
Was expelled from Morehouse in 1969. Okay. He was an usher for Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral.
Interesting.
Exact, like, it wasn't that long ago.
I need folks to let that set in. Like, And if someone hit me with the, it's in the past, it didn't happen recently, blah, blah, blah. Or what my professor likes to say, which I think is a good positive way to, talk to your white students, but it's very much, we're not responsible for our ancestors, what our ancestors did. We're responsible for how we deal with it, or how we proceed after that, which I think is a good line. But at the same time, it's just like, you say ancestors as if they were dirt old.
Period.
Some of them still living, breathing. Yeah. They're almost on their way out, but
yeah. Also, like, just slavery. The hell, slavery. Like, when it was abolished, like, obviously people weren't just gonna let their slaves go.
Yeah, that. Don't even get me started on freaking how jail started and chain gangs and etc.
Please.
No, because they were really truly out here disrespecting folk, and it was very much still, we don't see you as human, and yeah. I hate that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't know why this is like coming back to me, because you talked about like the prison system. So this is so bad. So tell me why. I was in high school. It was my senior year, and I had this professor. Not professor. He was a teacher, and he was a civics teacher. He was my civics teacher, and he was also my psychology teacher. And I don't know why. I think it was because like I was like the opinionated black girl, and so he was like, "I want to know your opinion on this," because like, I don't know. He made like this dumb analogy to like putting a curve on grades to like welfare. Anyways, yeah, I shut him down real quick after that. I shut him down real quick when he had mentioned it. He was like, "What do you think about it?" And I was like, well, if I get a C in this class, I'm gonna still go home and have food in my fridge. It's not the same thing.
I'm sorry. It's
not the same thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care.
I feel like, okay, I'm sorry. But like, in an academic setting, I think you need to understand that that's just a completely different sphere.
Yes.
Completely different. You can't make, I'm going to say you can't make real world associations with it to a degree, simply because when you're in school, different. It's a suspended state.
Yeah.
Because, you need time to learn.
Yeah.
And the fact that he connected.
Yes, oh my God, when I tell you about, like, my eyes could not have rolled so far into the back of my head. But
the way you roll your eyes should be stuck back there, because everything makes you roll your eyes.
Okay, but let me get back to it. So basically, one time he had asked me, it was like first period. I was late, as I always was. But, y'all, I promise I was a good kid, okay? But anyways, I was sitting, and he was like, government name. I used to go by my government name back in the day. But he was like, "Hey, so-and-so, what do you think about people in prison being able to vote?" And I said, "Well, why shouldn't they be able to vote? I mean, like, they would be able to vote on policies that affect them. I don't see why not." And he was like, "So you want a child rapist to be able to vote?" Trigger warning, I'm sorry. And I was like, well, they're not going to vote. Like, they're not going to be able to vote to make it legal. They're already in prison. I don't think, what? And he was like, there are people who get away with their crimes. So either way, it's not clicking. It's not clicking. The logic doesn't make any sense. The math is not mathing. Exactly. Right. It took you a minute to be like, by the way,
a lot of people in the prison system, you can do like classes and stuff in there. They go into law.
Yeah.
And they help other people with their cases. So if they're able to do that, and because there's a lot of wrongfully imprisoned people in there, of course.
Yes, yeah, we can acknowledge that. I feel like everyone on this campus has seen 13th about just by the way that I've heard about it within the last 3 years I've been here.
But there's some good ones in there, Yeah. You guys are putting away good people.
Yeah, and also there are people in there for like dumb stuff. Yeah, like small weed charges. We're still coming off of the 3-strike rule thing. That was a thing. Yeah. So like when y'all are I also want to say, when y'all are actively talking about people who are imprisoned and you're talking about the prison like system, be aware of the people that you are talking about it around and with.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who those people are.
You truly don't.
And where they come from. Okay. Because I've outboxed that dude. But yeah, I just want to put that out there. Y'all need to be aware, because y'all be talking about people in prison like they're not actual people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop.
It's very much like you just read it from... You read people like that as if they were a character on a page in a book.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just put that out there. Yeah. Please, stop talking about it. Anyways.
Just to have a nerd moment. Psychologically, humans are able to tell a difference between people and...
Get out.
You know, people in books. You know, real people and people in books. Which is why people are sad about character deaths, which I think is interesting. But that does not apply.
Me too. No, me too, because I'll be reading my books and I'll be like, dang, these aren't real people.
Yeah. But the secondhand embarrassment still be hitting, so...
yeah, most definitely. I'll be like, close
the book for a week.
I'm not reading it, period. I'm not reading it. I'm not.
But yeah.
Anyways. I feel like we're probably not going to talk about microaggressions in this episode. But anyways.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of
we talked
out there, you know?
You know, a lot of tangents. But,
we can talk about, like I said, you know, general microaggressions.
Yeah. The can I touch your hair thing? Crazy. Or, this is one that makes me very upset. Hold on.
Yo.
Anyways. There's one that makes me very upset. When there's a group project, about something involving black issues, and the black person has to do all the work.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Very much.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
When did that happen to me?
That's happened to me twice now.
I feel like if any humanities class you go in, for me, it was that. Because it was very, like I'm sure any black person who's listening to this knows. There's this vibe where it's like, your white peers are scared to talk. Yeah. And they want you to set the standard so that they can talk. But, like, that's not discussion.
Yeah, and also, like, that. I cannot stress this enough. Why are you so scared to talk?
Why are you scared to be wrong? We're here to learn. But,
also check yourself. Because I feel like... check yourself. Like, you know how to not offend somebody.
Yeah.
You know how to not offend somebody. So don't act like you can't have a civil conversation with someone about racism without, like, coming off as stupid.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you do say something wrong, okay, then now you've learned something.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Also, take a critique. Like, I feel like y'all are very much overthinking 24/7 about this. Like, it's... Yeah. You're human. We get that, but, like, still, you know, it's okay.
People that are like, racism is a sensitive topic. It's not.
It truly
It's not
isn't.
sensitive. It's not. I don't, like, why are y'all so scared to talk about it?
It's a very much prevalent, current, common problem.
Yeah.
Try that part.
Yeah. Like, I don't... Like, you're in class and, like, there's only, like, one... There's... If you get lucky, there's, like, one black person in your class. And you happen to end up in a group with that black person. And you make them talk about it. Like, if you don't say anything about it until they say something about it, you need to really think about, like... You're making the person who is affected by racism talk about racism to their white peers.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
It does. It's not fun. It's not a fun time.
Because, like we're talking at you at that point, and we don't know what the crowd is, you know?
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, what is going on? Like, I just want to know where the delusion came from.
Please.
Like, no, because that doesn't even feel like a natural conversation. If anything, the reason why I speak in those situations is because I feel obligated as a student to get the freaking conversation going.
Or I'm petty. I sit there in silence.
I started doing that
I sat
because
there and silence
I'm
multiple
so
times.
tired of taking control.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
And that part too. Oh my god.
For y'all to talk so loud and wrong,
bruh.
Y'all don't.
Well, no, because y'all want to talk about every other thing, but as soon as it comes to racism or black issues, crickets. It's silent. I'm tired of it. Like, come on now, we all go to UNCA. Stop.
You act like someone's gonna punch you in your mouth as soon as you.
I mean, somebody might.
Someone might.
If you get the right one.
Please. But yeah, like someone's gonna like assault you, beat you up if you speak your mind with what is it in moderation. I need you to
Look, I need you obviously you need to be aware of what you're saying. Like just honest. Just have
self-awareness.
Critical thinking is important. Please think critically. Please do.
And you can break it down. It's like I want to say this thing. I'm saying it to this person. This person just so happens to be black. What I'm going to say might make it sound like I don't think that this person's human. So I should probably either word it differently or don't say it at all.
That part.
And then you're done.
Because you know how to not hurt somebody's feelings.
You know. I just.
Oh my god. Bruh. Oh my god.
The fact that I'm having this conversation or that we're having to talk about this is a microaggression.
Period. But, I don't know. That and, bruh. Like, the amount of times. There was this. I was in a sociology class and I had to do. Unfortunately, I did not want to do this project on this. I had to do a project on Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
I was spearheading the movement, honey. Yeah. The project got done though.
I mean, yeah.
The project got done, but it was hard out here. It was hard. Please don't do that, because that's like emotional labor. Please, like if you so happen to get assigned something like that, bruh,
show some enthusiasm. I need you to hop on that.
Yes, I need you to like do it responsibly. Like, don't just copy and paste something, because we can tell. We can
tell when it's straight from just an article you found. Yeah. We need you to actively be invested in what you're looking up.
Because like the reason why we're doing this is so that way we can learn. And when you copy and paste something about black issues or racism or literally like anything that has to do with like race and like discrimination, and you copy and paste it, we can tell that you don't care.
Very much.
Or that you like you're not handling it with respect.
And you know me, I always like to proceed with compassion.
Bruh, I had to go in and capitalize George Floyd's name in the presentation.
Oof.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying. I like to proceed with a little bit of compassion. Like, I get it. We're all students. I see people. I try to look at people as humans, you know. I probably wouldn't want to do a project like that either. But if you're self-aware enough to know that this is something you should not mess around with, then maybe you should put forth a little more effort. And that's okay. Like, just set time aside. It would take you maybe an hour, 2 hours or something just to get something substantial. Do you understand how many articles you can look at in this span of time?
Right.
You can look at a lot, and then you can compile all that, and then, you know, formulate your own thoughts.
Yeah.
And then put it in the presentation. So your black peer don't got to go in there and try to pretty it up, you know.
Peep that black peer. Because there's only one. There's only ever one. There's never more than one. Never more than one. Never.
Yo, another microaggression. What is it? The tokenizing of the black individual.
Bruh.
Me being used as a bucket of whatever the freak for you to vent into.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't vent.
Yeah, don't do that. I need you to.
People.
If you have black friends, think about how you're talking to that black friend. Think about what you are sharing with that black friend. Think about if you are asking your black friend how they are. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because if you aren't, what are you doing?
It's problematic if you don't look into that.
Oh yeah.
Correcting how I speak is a microaggression. Don't do that.
Period.
Don't.
Oh yeah. If somebody is like finna, you're like, oh finna, I will embarrass you. Marianne.
Not this.
Elizabeth. So like, I will embarrass you.
Juniper Rose.
Please.
It's not funny. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was not. That didn't come from the best part of my heart.
Nah, but like I'm like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Cause you know what I'm saying.
Also,
you know exactly. Oh, or like, oh, there's this. Okay, so like when I say, it's like when I say period, or like when you mock a black person for saying certain stuff, it's a microaggression. Don't do me, I'll embarrass you. Then what?
Whoa, hold on.
What? Reparations. That not respecting black people's space in public areas, a microaggression. Stop doing that.
Like we needed 6 feet before COVID started.
Yes. Stop doing that mess. I'm tired of it. Like the amount. Oh, I'm about to get mad. The amount of times I have been in a public area at UNC Asheville and somebody has literally touched my person, touched me. And when I looked at them, they said, "Oh, am I in your way? I will embarrass you. Don't do me,
please."
No, it literally happened to me last week at the live at lunch. Did I tell you about this?
No.
I was at the live at lunch. I was standing there. I was talking to Azani and her friend, and I'm like my back is like to like those. It's like, you know where Reed Plaza is, right? So it's like right. It's like that little like stage stair area next to Brown. Yeah, and so it's like right out of like Highsmith, and there's like the rocking chairs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know
there's like that one tree with like the little like benches or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was, like, facing the benches. And, there are, like, rocking chairs right there.
Yeah.
This dude sat in the rocking chair and then moved it, scooted it, and put it on the back of my foot. Like, the entire rocking chair was on my body, and he started rocking the chair.
Into your body.
And, like I was not there.
Wow.
And he sat there for, like, a good 5 minutes. And I looked, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then just did, like, the rocking chair is actively clipping the back of my shoe. Like actively, like, moving my clothes on my person. This is how close this man was to me. Azani had to be like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't answer her. She said, "Excuse me." He was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Can you?" And, like, gestured for him to move. And he was like, "Oh, am I in your space?" She was like, "Yeah." And he moved like a foot. Stop doing that. Because first of all, that was racist. Period.
It was.
Period.
We'll allow that.
That was racist. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. That was racist. Second, like, just stop. Or, like, if you're standing in line in Brown. Because this has also happened to me, where, like, people, like, there have been groups of, like, white people that will just be on me, like, bro, you're in my bubble, like, you're centimeters from my body. Stop. Pay attention. Pay attention.
One for me is stay in your lane, bro. I'm so tired of walking down a sidewalk and having to do the Cupid shuffle to get around y'all. Like, can you respect that I'm a human being and I got my own momentum going? Like, you can move too. It ain't always got to be me.
That part.
I've never had a white person step out of the way from me. Like, are you completely disregarding my
stopped doing
form?
That.
Come on.
I stopped doing that. I stopped, yeah. I stopped moving
I stopped
for people on sidewalks.
When I came here, but, like, when I first got here.
Yeah.
I was doing that.
Yeah, pay attention. And that's like mostly for like white men. Pay attention. Cause y'all are here making women move for y'all. And I won't move for you, honey. I'll bump you before I move for you.
Microaggression. I feel like when dudes say females, it's a microaggression.
Child.
Because it is completely I feel like the sexualization of a black woman. 2, it is. No. When people in general, I feel like even when like black dudes say, I don't like being called a female because our bodies are already essentially not our own.
Child.
That's just me. I don't care what anyone says.
Child, I embarrass men. Don't do me.
I don't like to be around men.
I do not.
I'm slightly uncomfortable around men.
Or speaking over black women, don't do that. And then when when you say something, and then when a black woman says something about it, don't try to act like their reaction isn't warranted. Because y'all do that a lot. Don't play the victim.
We can be emotional beings. We're people.
Yeah. Don't ask me if I'm mad.
And then if we give an answer, don't tell us we're mad.
Yeah. Don't ask me if I'm mad, because when I say yes, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Like, how will you proceed?
What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do with that information?
I'll cuss you out. And now look at you, embarrassed.
Please.
I will disrespect you. Don't do me. I don't have time for it.
I wish I could do that, but I'm not very quick to thinking, so.
Bruh.
When I try to roast people,
look,
it's
all it takes for me is, who are you talking to? And then that's it. That's all you.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta.
All you have to do is, who are you talking to? Start looking around. Because I can't find who you're talking to. Because I know it's not me. I know for damn sure it's not me.
It's the freaking the way that, like, boundaries aren't respected.
Yes.
At all.
Yes. Like, but, like, honestly, I feel like the main thing for me at UNCA is, like, the disregard for personal space.
I just need that. And then, the
like, leave me
staring.
alone.
We're tired of being stared at. Stop staring.
Stop staring. And I don't know if, because first of all, I thought it was just me.
But we found out recently it's not.
It's not.
Black people on campus.
We be getting stared at. Y'all need to stop staring at folks. And I feel like maybe white people just stare at people, and they, like, that's not, like, a thing for white people, because, like, in, like, black culture, it's very much a thing to not stare.
Yeah, like, why are you staring?
Yeah. So, like,
seems strange.
I don't understand why. Like, I understand I am the only piece of pepper in this vicinity right now, and I understand that your eye is drawn to me.
I think it's funny that you use that, because the whole salt is spicy thing, but
no. But like the fact that your eye is drawn to me, not my problem. Please don't stare at me, because when I look at you and keep looking at you and then I say boo, I don't want you to get your feelings hurt, because I do that.
Sometimes you do it, I'm just like, what is
I do it so many times. I do it so much, it's ridiculous. If you're ever out in public with me, you will hear me say it at least once.
Whenever I'm driving in the car.
Loud.
Boo! I'm like,
no, because people be looking in the car.
I mean, my windows aren't tinted, so.
Anyways. That's our kind of podcast on microaggressions. We'll see.
Microaggressions.
We'll see. Like, it's gonna be like microaggressions, but not really.
Microaggressions and minor inconveniences.
Yeah, that's the episode name. Microaggressions and minor inconveniences.
Because I'm not gonna make it major, baby. I'm gonna keep on trucking.
Period.
I'm not gonna waste my time on white people time.
Please. But yeah, I feel like we were extra radical this episode. I think I was extra radical this episode.
I tried to be as compassionate as I could.
I'll cut something out.
Probably. I mean, it's a good juicy piece of a podcast.
I'm about to quit.
Anyways, I'm ready to eat. So,
ciao. Y'all be easy. Don't be racist.
Don't act like you don't know nobody.
Yeah. That's it. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, y'all. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you to Evo for the music. Y'all be easy and stop walking up on people. It's not cute. Alright, peace out.